Leah here for Clarence Media. Today I'm here having a chat with Richie Williamson. Richie is running for the National Party in the upcoming state election for the Clarence electorate. Thank you for taking some time to chat with us today.
My pleasure, Leah. Thank you for the invitation.
Now, I've got my trusty clipboard here. Sorry, I'm a bit behind the times. I don't have a tablet. Got the old-fashioned clipboard with some questions so I don't forget anything. So firstly, what inspired you to pursue a career in politics?
Yeah.
And along that line, what are your core values that are going to guide you in decisions that you're making?
Look, I think everyone who stands for public office has a genuine drive to make our community better. You know, I think I want our community to be the best it possibly can be. I want our kids to grow up in a safe environment, an environment that is one that helps them grow and develop, one that's safe. They get a great education, they enjoy their weekends. I want their mums and dads to have a good paying job, and I want their nans and pops to live comfortably in their retirement. And I think just to make our place the best it possibly can be is one of the major drivers for standing for public office, whether it's at council, whether it's at state, or whether it's in the federal parliament. Really make a difference.
Okay. And what policies have you championed in the past, and what have been the result of these policies?
Oh, look, there's been a lot. I was Mayor of Clarence Valley Council for 8 years and a councillor for 15 or 16 or 17 years, a long time. And look, we've had a number of great policies there that have really helped people. Keep the sporting fields open, the infrastructure that we need as a community to grow and thrive and just to live. So those generalised policies have been, I think, of benefit to the community. But, going for state government, there are a lot of different policies that both I have personally and the New South Wales Nationals have to make regional Australia stronger, to make it a better place to live and to keep the cost of living down. We have a number of policies that are there for that. The regional seniors travel card, for example, $250 for only regional seniors. The city seniors don't get it because they can jump on a train for $2.50. Living in the bush is not always cheap. It is better, but not always cheap. There's a brand new regional university and apprenticeship card as well, which is again another $250 this year and $250 next year, so it's a $500 program. There are a couple of the policies that I've really championed in the campaign, but there are a lot of other cost-saving measures that are available for our community and our people to engage with and get the benefit of.
So, in terms of our community, how do you plan to promote economic growth and job creation in the Clarence electorate? And what are some of the policies that you're going to support to help achieve those goals?
Yeah, sure. Well, look, I think job creation and economic development is always important for every community. There's no doubt about that. But also keeping the jobs that we have here are also important. Leah, I strongly support the timber industry. It employs thousands of people in the Clarence electorate, literally, from those who harvest the timber to those who cart the timber, cut the timber, then of course the finished product. There would be thousands of people that employed in that industry, and I am the only person standing for the state election that supports them. The Greens want to stop native harvesting of timber completely. Gone, the jobs will be gone. The Labor Party want to phase out the timber industry. That doesn't sit well with me. Supporting the people that matter and already have a job is equally important as new creation of jobs. But on that point, we need to ensure that the council has their planning mechanisms right. You can't have we need to ensure that there is zoned industrial land right throughout the electorate, both in the Richmond and the Clarence Valleys, so we can make sure that those jobs come to the area.
Yep. And what do you think is the most pressing issue facing people in the Clarence electorate?
I think there's two, and I think they're connected. Firstly, the cost of living. There's no doubt that everybody is affected by cost of living measures. It doesn't matter if you go to the supermarket. It doesn't matter if you got a home loan. Doesn't matter
Electricity bill.
I'm covered to that one. The power bill. Every 3 months you get the shakes when it turns up on the email. You're not game to quite open it. But on the electricity bill, a re-elected Nationals coalition government will give you $250 rebate if you go to Service New South Wales and ensure that you're on the cheapest plan available. $250. Now, if you're not on the cheapest plan, it could save you $400 a year. So that's a policy that I think is a beauty, and it drives down the cost of electricity. But cost of living is out of control, and we have 70 measures available on the Service New South Wales app or through Service New South Wales, and rebates available for all types of things when it comes to cost of living pressures. Is it enough? Probably not. Do we need to do more? Yeah, we do, because people are really, really hurting. As interest rates rise, the pressure is well and truly on. Now, also linked to that is housing. Housing,
rental costs.
Housing affordability, whether it's to get into your first home, or is it to continue renting? That it's not a state problem. It's a national problem. Housing affordability is real, and it needs the full attention of all levels of government to drop some pressure off if we can. Now, how do you do that? Is a fair question to ask. Well, again, we need correctly zoned land where houses can be built. Obviously, if you increase the housing stock over the nation, you will obviously get more people in the house.
Because it does tend to be a supply and demand issue, doesn't it?
It absolutely is. But again, the cost of building that house is astronomical.
That's gone up as well, hasn't it?
It's going up
in the last few years.
In the last 6 weeks. I've spoken to builders that are building a house. By the time that they've signed the contract to when the time they're finished, it's gone up $50,000. So it's
and that's not good for
unreal.
anyone, because the builders as well, I assume, unless they've bought absolutely everything right at the start, then the quote that they gave at the start, they're not going to make as much money on that.
No.
Because the things that they've had to buy have ended up costing more than when they quoted.
Yeah, for sure. And, they're very real issues, very, very, very real issues that are facing everyone in the electorate, not only in the Clarence electorate, but across Australia. They're real. Housing affordability is a massive problem.
Yep. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And on to a slightly different topic. How do you plan to address the issue of political polarisation and bring people from different backgrounds and viewpoints together?
Well, I think you start with some basics. Respect. I respect everyone's right to have their opinion. I absolutely do. I think respect is one, listening is another, and learning. If you can learn from each other, have an open mind, I think you can bring people together, and you can certainly increase your learning personally. So I think, in a nutshell, certainly respect, have an open mind to education, and listen. Have a listen to their issues and what they're actually talking about.
Yep. And if people want to find out anything more about yourself, your party, your policies, where can they go to for more information?
Yep, I have a Facebook page, which is online there. Website, which is nswnationals.org.au/Richie Williamson. I also have 2 campaign offices where people can come in and get some info. That's at 23 Prince Street in Grafton, and also in Casino. You can pop in there. I've got 2 campaign offices open, so come on in, say good day. Our friendly volunteers are there to give you all the information that you may require.
Yep. Okay. And is there anything else before we finish up? Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, look, I would just firstly thank you for the opportunity. This election it's a close election. It's going to be the closest election in maybe in New South Wales's history. It's going to be very, very tight. But Leah, I am committed to absolutely delivering on the new Grafton Base Hospital. It's $264 million redevelopment, one that the community has championed for a long time, and I will see that project to completion if I'm elected on March 25. You know, the Nats have a record of doing that. The Grafton Bridge was promised by Labor, then taken away. The Nats in government delivered it. The Pacific Highway was built. A new Grafton Jail was built. And I want to see that type of big infrastructure and small infrastructure. Sometimes, the smaller grants are just as sweet as the big grants. Most recently we've seen the rugby club at South Grafton get $160,000 for women's change rooms, so the women can go and play, the girls can go and play rugby. Those kind of grants are equally important as the big grants. So, look, it's going to be a tight election, but I'll certainly I'll be giving it my all in the run-up to March 25.
Well, thanks for your time today and good luck on the 25th.
Thanks, Leah. Thanks for the invitation.
Thanks, everyone.